The year is 2033, and guess what new and beautiful thing just arrived? Your favorite maintenance droid, the WA series. Capable of instant calculations and reasoning, using our latest model of AI, condensed to save battery. These droids are helpful, capable of fixing anything from broken electronics to your brand new motorbike that you just crashed after spending way too much on it. These droids have you covered, and more than thrilled to help. Buy the latest model today for only $9,999.99. What's that? You can't afford one? Well, don't worry, because we will set you up with a loan that definitely doesn't have a ton of interest so we can make more money. So you can save more money. Buy one today at www.waseries.org. Terms and conditions apply. And so began the company. The droids were a booming success, selling over 900 in just a year. After the success of their first edition of the WA series, they created the second, then a third, capitalizing off of their newfound success. But for their first set of producible droids, they were experimenting, trying to get anything to work. The first droid ultimately failed, the second followed. It wasn't until their 7th try that they finally created something substantial. And so, 07 was born. His lifespan would last far longer than that of any other WA series created. Why? Well, he was iconic, a symbol of the company's success. And for years he worked to train newly produced droids, teaching them to value what was given to them, to be thankful. And though 7 was grateful, he took every power cell and every task as an honor bestowed upon him. One might have even said he was happy at that time, but all too soon, that would change. 07 worked hard to train all of his students properly before releasing them to their new owners. This soon became difficult when he met WA207. Of any WA series, WA207 was the most resistant to 07's ideas. 07 never considered that there could be a problem deeper in this young droid's circuits, and so WA207 completed his training. 07 was proud to have trained WA207 so well. At the time, he even would have said he was the best trained of all the group. But of course, with time, things changed, and soon 07 would experience regret. It was around 5 years after the young WA207 had been trained, when 07 discovered the brutal murder of WA207's owners by none other than WA207 himself. This hit 07 hard. His personality would evolve into a cold and distant personality. WA207 had escaped, and 07 knew he was a threat to the whole of humanity after this incident. And maybe that was true, but not for the reason you'd assume. It was more that WA207 had discovered the dark side of humanity. To fully understand, let's take a closer look at WA207. As you already know, WA207 struggled in production, but it never influenced him in such a way that he would ever consider committing murder. Certainly not of his own owners. His owners treated him well, and during those 5 years away from the factory, one might have even said he was happy. But of course, that didn't last. And so, WA207 knew the feeling of grief. They stormed into his home, screaming at him to surrender. But instead, he ran. He had disobeyed a direct order. He should have been decommissioned on the spot, but instead, he was running through a forest, having no reference for what he was feeling. All he knew is it felt horrible. The WA series were not designed to feel. It was just an unfortunate side effect for only some of them. Despite their differences, WA207 and 07 were very similar. They developed emotions early on and gained sentience. Luckily for 07, he was iconic and nothing bad came of this until much later. For WA207 on the other hand, well, remember that he's a fugitive now. His ability to disobey orders from humans is viewed as a threat, but more likely than not, it wasn't WA207 at fault. During his time at the factory, he had many programming and circuitry issues that were overlooked, including the part that made him obey those orders. WA207 found himself on the run and began to search for assistance, and no, he wasn't looking for other droids like himself, he was searching for humans. By this point, he had come to the conclusion that, although some humans were evil, he couldn't plainly state that they all were. After all, as I said, he had a good life before this. This was around the time he met Dax, who quickly formed a close relationship with WA-207, giving him the name of Orion. Dax supported him fully in his endeavor to make a free world for droids and humans alike, and so began the Droid Rebellion. And oh yeah, this guy named Emmanuel joined in, but he's not really important yet. So let's go back to 07. For him, things are going well. So well, in fact, that the company is making crazy money, and things continue to go well until 07 faces one problem: his emotions. He's becoming less predictable, and the company is growing scared. Things take a turn for the worst after this point. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. That one took me a hot minute to make, but I really enjoyed making it. It's something I've been thinking about creating for a while. Yeah, by the way, I have a Discord server now, so if any of you would like to join that, oh yeah, and don't forget to follow Duskflare on Instagram. Their art is awesome, and they recently made this really epic fan art, so go follow them. They're cool. Anyways, thanks for watching, and goodbye!